Hey everyone, my name's Leo and welcome to today's video. In today's video we're playing Skate 3 online, but not only are we playing Skate 3 online, we're in a ranked lobby right now. We have Overrun, we have Tony, Overfold, and we have Punter. That was it. It looks like Vision just left, so there's actually now just 5 of us. But here we are at our first spot, and let's see how we do. First up, we have Overrun here at Grinds of Destiny. So what's fun about playing ranked is that you do get to take part in a lot of different spots. Typically when you play unranked matches, all you really get most of the time is Mega Park. And I mean, Mega Park is really fun and all, but it does get a little bit boring playing the same park all over again. That's why I like playing ranked, because you never know which park is going to come next. And I believe all these players are quite good, so I do expect to see some pretty good scores. I think my highest here, I believe, is 11 or 12k, but this has been a very long time since I got that kind of score, and I don't think I'm capable of getting that score right now. That involves a lot of ghost reverts, so I don't know if I'm going to be capable of getting 12k. There are a few techniques for this spot, so I do know pretty much all the techniques for all the spot battles. I have played a lot of spot battle in my day. I believe I am still the top of the ranked leaderboards. I could be wrong, hopefully I am still am, but I'm pretty sure I'm still top of the ranked leaderboards. So I've got to try to beat 5k. I'm very rusty with ghost reverts, so... didn't get a ghost revert in time. Okay. So that was a messed up run. But that is the idea though. You want to grind the first ledge and then go into ghost reverse all the way down until you get towards the fence there. That is the best technique, I believe, to get the best score. You can, there's a way of doing the ghost reverse a little bit easier, where you kind of go off to the right side and kind of get close to the spot and then you can ghost revert in the big open area. I know that's one spot. I think you can go around the left there and do ghost reverts. But the way that I got, I think 12k, I think it was going forward. It's been a while since I've played Spot Battle this competitively with ranked. Especially doing ghost reverts. I haven't really practiced my ghost reverts in a long time. I've definitely got worse at it. When I first started making Skate 3 videos, I started off doing kind of Spot Battle scores. And that was when I was really getting into Spot Battle and getting into ghost reverts, and I got some pretty decent ghost revert scores. I actually improved a lot during that time. I think I was around 2020. I definitely improved a lot, especially with ghost reverts. Definitely beat some of my personal best during that time. Because back in the day, I was okay at ghost reverts, but I wasn't that good. But now I've definitely fallen off with ghost reverts. It's just out of practice. I think with this game, you got to practice a lot. So far, the top score is 5.9k. We have Overfold on his next score. So let's see what points he gets here. Oh, he jumped his board, so that's going to drop his score, yeah. Okay, so next up we have me again. Oh, messed up. Okay, can I recover this? $6.3k was going some ghost reverts. Obviously I messed up at the beginning, I fell off the board, but I was able to just run into the open area, jump on my board and land straight into a ghost revert. So 6.3k. I'm winning so far, but I do feel like these guys can get a much higher score. So right now we have Turner, and what score did they just get? I think they got over 1,000. 1.2k, nice. So next up we have Overrun. Let's see what he does here. Okay. It's a very awkward spot to begin with. This is the first spot that we got into. I know this spot here, and not a lot of people play it. It's very uncommon for people to play it. So unless people have played a lot of ranked, they probably haven't played this spot much at all. Because I've played against a few of these guys before, and they are definitely really good. I would say they're better than me overall, especially when it comes to flat ground and vert, probably. And maybe even better at ghost reverse, but I know this spot is very awkward and not everyone knows the technique. I think these guys are definitely capable of getting much higher than 6k. So 6k really isn't really that good. I don't know what the world record is, but I know it's much higher than 6k. So I think the best score I've got on this spot is 12k. I could be wrong. Maybe it's just... honestly, I don't know. I'm not sure. But I think it is 12k. My personal best on this spot. And it's, like I said, it's just ghost reverted just along the line. After the first grind, just Ghost Revert. But saying I'm very rusty with Ghost Reverts. Let's see if I can beat 6k. No! Damn it. Got too close to the ledge. But 6k though, not too bad. You know, for first time doing Ghost Reverts in a long time, I'm quite happy with 6k. And so far I'm winning though, in ranked, so this should be getting me some points to add to my leaderboard scores. And I'm always happy to get some extra points for Spotbattle ranked. And there's Turner, they just left the game. But that was a good game, challenge complete. And that was our first game, and I believe I won that one. Only just though, these guys are definitely going to be hard to beat in any other spot. So I should get some XP here. Rewards, yep, 7,510 boards. I get the extra 10 because they all voted for me as for the bonus points. So so thank you for that. Always appreciate those extra points. I think actually I'm close to 30 million on ranked Spotbattle. I think I'm on like 29 point something million. So if I can get to 30 million before the next skate game comes out, that would be really good. You know, I'd love to hit that. Oh, it's better in the bush. What happened there? Was there like a pebble in the bush? But no, I'd love to get 30 million. Like, I feel like that would be a very good kind of target if I can before the next game comes out. It'd be a bit of a stretch though. Like, you don't really play ranked a lot of times. Like, every time I've tried searching ranked, no one's playing it. No one's playing ranked. So it's very surprising that this many people right now are playing ranked. So right now we're at the next spot and it's about to start in a couple of seconds here. So this is another revert map. This map I think it's quite hard to get a good score. I don't think my score is really good on this map. I think it's probably like 9k maybe. I think I can get better, especially in my days where I was getting like my really good scores with you know, Ghost Reverts. I'm not going to get close to that now, I don't believe. But I know I can definitely... Like, this is one of the spots I think is hard. If you want to try to get 10k all around, this is definitely one of the spots that's quite hard, I think. At least one of the tougher ones. Just because it's quite awkward the way you have to go through. So the way he went there, that's a good way of getting some quick, easy, like quite easy points. Going down the middle. But you want to go left and do some ghost reverse down that hill. It's very, very tough. So next up we have Overfold. So Tony Marin got 3k and Overfold, oh, I think he jumped on his board a little bit too late and it dropped it. So here we go. Oh, I fell off the board. I didn't even grind the ledge. So you meant to go off the side and like go revert down that like hill and off down that way. But I just grinded the ledge. Well, I didn't even grind the ledge. Like, I was trying to grind the ledge and then I could do a trick off of it, but I just ended up manualing down the ledge. So right now these guys are jumping on the board a bit late. So that's why they're that's why it's dropping their score. But next up we have Tony again. There he goes. So this guy is going to get some points. So the easy way to get points on this one is to jump into a manual way down and then gap the stairs and try to get as much points as you can on that big gap. But I don't want to do that. I want to go to the left, but I want to get some ghost reverts in because I know if I get some ghost reverts in, I can easily beat 3k, I believe, because it's only about 3 ghost reverts or 3 tricks to beat that. You can ghost revert obviously down the front there that you just tried, but it's very tough because of the windy roads. I didn't get the ghost revert in time. Again, and for some reason I'm not connecting to that grind. Doing terrible. So only 1,000 points. For you that don't know, like I've been playing this game since 2010, and I've been playing Spotbattle pretty much since that time as well. I think I've been top 10 since probably late 2010, maybe 2011. I've been top 10 on the leaderboards, and I've just climbed ever since. I think I've been top of the leaderboard since 2012, 2013-ish, I think. And not many people, and people have definitely like rised up, but they've like, not many people played ranked. Can't stop to think around 2014-ish, maybe 2015 when when it became pretty much dead. Again, people just mainly just play regular Spotbattle, like unranked game modes. Not many people play ranked as much as they used to. Hopefully, in the next skate game, it's a little bit more active. I don't know if there's like a rank system. I don't know if there's any game modes like that. Like I've kept myself in the dark a little bit with the game. I'm one of the people who don't really like spoilers too much, but quite recently I have watched a lot of people play it because a lot of creators have got early access to it, and able to make videos. Ah, 7.7k. That's actually really good. 7.7k with some very awkward reverts. I didn't do the half the tricks I wanted to do, but I still got 7.7k. So it's just going to show that you can get a lot of points going to the left there. So that time I did not do the grind because it messed up the other 2 times, so I just went straight into the reverts. So there we have it. Challenge complete at the wall, and I owned a spot there again. That's with 7.7k. Very close game. We're getting some very awkward spots right now, but very unique ones. You don't really see these spots that often, so it's nice to play these ones. And there we have it, 5,000 points. So I believe when you're playing just one-on-one, you get 2,500 points if you win. I think it goes to 3.5 if there's 3 of you, 5 if there's 4 of us, 7,500 if there's 5 of you, and 10,000 if there's 6 of you. And that's only with Spotbattle. I think the points are different depending on the different game modes. And obviously you get a little bit more, so I think the maximum you get is 10,010. If you win with 6 and also get voted as the best clip, I guess. We're here and we got this is more of a flat ground spot, so we'll get see what these guys do. I know these guys are really good at flat ground, so I think this is where these guys are actually are going to beat me. These guys, I've played with these guys a few times before and they're very good at flat ground, and I am not great. I'm very much like an old dog when it comes to the tricks, if that makes sense. Like the way I play is very old school. Like I don't flick out. Like for you guys that are watching that know about dart catches and flat ground tricks, flick it out, doing kick flips out of your tricks, your dart catches, gets you that extra little bit of points. But I never learned that. I learned dart catches and ghost reverts back when flicking out was already kind of becoming a thing. So I learned dart catches before flicking out became popular, and I had a break, I think just before it became popular. So I was never really around when it became the thing, and when it came back, people were already doing it. And I was playing a lot of ranked and a lot of team ranked as well. And obviously I want to get good scores because I obviously need to win for the ranked or for the team. So I need to do the best way I can get points, and I can't be trying to learn something new because I'm not going to get good scores if I'm failing all the time. So I just stuck with double tapping, and that's just the way I've kept with it, all this time. So let's see what points I get here with a little bit of free tricking. Okay, so 21.9k. I think that's not too bad of score. I'm happy that I got over 20k, and I think that's pretty good for me. I'm not sure what my top score is on here. I haven't played this one that often. But I think 22k is good. But I know people can get a much higher score, and I think these guys can get a much higher score than 21.9k. Because I've definitely seen these guys do really good. Especially when it comes to popping. I've seen them do some pretty good, get some pretty good scores with popping. Figure popping, I believe, is very hit and miss. Some days, sometimes there's those days where it just doesn't work. Thing with Skate 3, when it comes to this level of playing where people do pop tricks, I feel like you have to be fairly active and be playing quite often, because it's one of those it's very slight movements with the analog stick, and you really kind of got to get into the groove of doing them. Basically, it's very fine movements, and if you have a long enough break, you have to almost relearn to do them. You can't, the foundations are there, you know how to do it. It's just you got to kind of learn the feeling again, if that makes sense. And especially if your controller breaks or you need to get a new controller, you have to learn all over again. You have to learn the sweet spot to pop to get the tricks out. At least I know for me, from my experience. So I don't know how the really good players are so consistent. I'm guessing, like I said, they just play a lot, and they probably don't put their controllers somehow. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Maybe I feel like I need to. Feels like when I get a new controller, I need to learn again. But yeah. But right now we have Ofode, and he's got 12k right now, 13k. But next up we have Overrun. Let's see if he can beat his 8k. for those that do the kickflip like out, like these guys, I feel like it's a lot easier to mess it up because sometimes your controller does not just want to flick out, right? Like you get like I feel like you get caught in a dart catch a lot more. Like your dart catch, but you don't flick out because you move to the motion, it just doesn't do it. Whereas with double tapping, you can't really go wrong. Like it does do it sometimes. I think it's just the game sometimes being a bit maybe just not catching up with your controller. I don't know, but it definitely does not happen as often as if you were flicking out. Like for me, double tapping is a lot easier, but I know people who are used to flicking out, like double tapping is just like they can't do it, And technically double tapping is easier and you get less points if you're not used to it. I guess it's just not as easy. I guess you get used to doing the flick outs, I guess. But next up we have Overfold, and he's got 15.7 to beat. If he can beat 21.9, then obviously he beats me, but he's looking for to beat his score. And he's lost the speed there, I think. Yeah. Just notice about Overfold and Overrun, they have a very similar board. One's got red checkers and one's got blue checkers. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool board. I know I used to wear checkers, I think. I think one of the first graphics that I ever made and ever worn was actually checkers, I believe. And I used to have a few checkers before I went to the red lines. Alright, here we go. My final turn. Oh, there we go, 22k. Okay, again, very sketchy. My runs are not being very smooth and very consistent with my tricks, but 22.2k. I'm not sure what I can get on this. I'm not sure if what score I have, like the best score I've got on camera. I'm not even sure. But right now we have Overrun, and he's got 14.2k. I believe these guys are definitely not getting the scores they are capable of getting. Like I said, I've seen them do much better on flat ground. Like I've played against these guys quite a lot the past few weeks. And they can definitely get much higher than this, believe me. Like, I know for sure they're definitely better on flat ground tricks, and they can definitely beat me. Okay, so next up we have Tony Marin. See what he gets this time. So this guy, I believe, he's quite an OG as well. And just one way to know that is I played in regular. Like, you don't get many good players in regular these days because a lot of people, I believe, moved to Goofy when popping became popular. I believe it was easier to pop on Goofy. But I've been playing since 2010, and I've been Goofy pretty much since the start. I did actually start in regular because in real life I would skate in regular, but I changed to Goofy quite early on because a friend of mine who was playing Goofy and he got better than me like within the first month, and I felt like, okay, I need to be in Goofy if I want to get better too. And I've just stuck with it, since 2010. So I've been in Goofy for that long. And I can play Mega kind of, but nowhere near as good as Goofy. But there we have it. So I won that one with 5,000 points. Again, a lot of boards. This is probably the most boards I've had in years, probably. Like I said, I've been top of the leaderboards, but you just don't get that many boards in. Not many people play ranked anymore. So it's really fun to play and get boards, Oh, we have another revert spot. I believe my highest here is 15k, maybe it's 16k. I'm not sure. Some of the first videos I made on this channel were score videos. I don't usually make those type of videos anymore. I use, those are just kind of showing montages of me getting scores and stuff. And now I do a lot more commentary and that kind of stuff. So I don't usually, show off my best scores. It's kind of just, what you see is kind of what I get while I'm recording these videos, in the space of a few hours. So it's, I'm not grinding out trying to get the best score I can. I'm kind of playing casually, playing for fun, and whatever I get. Of course, I'm excited if I get a good score, obviously. But I don't see myself getting any personal bests anytime soon. I feel like that part of me is in the past. I don't think I'm going for high scores anymore. Because right now, I just want to have fun, play this game, enjoy it, until the next skate game gomes out, and then I'm going to play that. I believe, the controls are very similar on that game. I believe it's going to be quite different. I don't think we're going to be able to do any of these ghost reverts, duck catches, and I don't think you can 360 manual as easy. I think it's a mix between like Skate 3 and maybe Skate 2 kind of controls, where I feel like you don't get as much air. Like, because right now we're playing on easy, and I don't think the next skate game is like easy. I think it's like a mix between somewhere between easy and normal. So it's going to be hard to learn that, get better at doing like 180 manuals and doing some like bottom like manual tricks, bomb tricks and stuff. Because I'm so used to doing like nollie tricks, you know, doing like nose manuals and things like that. You know, it's going to be a lot of fun though. I'm very excited for that game when it comes out. I'm really, really looking forward to it. Alright, here we go. Can I keep some ghost reverts until I get to the manuals? No! I ghost reverted to the area where you can just manual, and I did the one grab and I just dropped my combo. Okay. 6k though, 9k to beat. That's a good score though from Tony though. 9k is a really good score. The thing is though, the points don't count until you get past these arrows, and then now if he drops it, the points will count. There you go, 3.7k. From Ghost Reverts usually allows you to do tricks outside the boundaries. But with the spot battles, as long as you end your combo within the boundaries, you get the points. Or as long as you pass through the boundary, you get the points. Because like in this one, you can start out of the boundary, go into the boundary, and then carry on Ghost Reverts out of the boundary. And that's how you get loads of points. I'm not sure what the record is on this spot, but I'm pretty sure I've had 15, 16k. I think that's on one of the clips in the past, but I can't remember. Okay, I'm not sure what his plan was there. I think he was going to try to get some speed glitch and maybe launch himself. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how much points you can get for speed glitches. I know one of the tricks of getting a high score on like Mega Park these days is to do some speed glitches at the end. So it'd be interesting to see if that can work anywhere else. No! Drop the manuals again! No! Oh, that would have been a really good score as well. I had like, what's that? I got 8.6k and I still had a lot of time to get points. That could have easily been over 10k. Easily. Maybe even higher. I just need to just not drop my manuals, man. I'm getting a little bit competitive now. Like, I'm mostly competitive against myself here. Like, I don't mind not beating these guys. I just want to beat myself. That's the main thing. My main competitor is myself when it comes to these things. I know I can do better, and sometimes it is a little bit frustrating when I mess up. But you know, it's all the fun. You know, it's fun to kind of get a bit competitive with yourself with these kind of games. You know. I don't know if these guys have played a lot of ranked. I'm not sure how long these guys have been playing this game for. As I said, I've been playing for a long time, and I've said been a lot of ranked, so I'm quite used to playing all the spots. Maybe not in the last few years, because again, not many people play ranked. A lot of people just play Mega Park or the Ditch. You know, those are like the main ones people tend to play, or at least a Spotbattle. So you know, you don't really have a lot. I don't have a lot of practice in the last couple of years with these ones, but I do have overall, I have probably played many hours in Spotbattle. Right, come on. I just don't want to mess up. Oh, I'm already messing up. Oh, yes, there we go. 10.4k, even with the mess up at the beginning. But that was my target, to get at least over 10k. And there we have it. Woo. Okay. It's been a long time, so I think I got over 10k in a revert map, so I'm very happy with that. I surprisingly did a lot better than I thought I was going to do, so I'm very happy with that. But right now, we have Overrun. Can he beat his score 5.5? Come on. Get another trick in. Is he going to drop his time? Oh, it didn't count. Oh, I see. So he had challenge. He had the last go. But there we have it. That was another win. That was very hard. So last time, let's see. 10.4 and it gets 9k, 5k, 3k. Very good. So I know Tony is really good with reverts. I think I was told that he was the inventor of Ghost Reverts. I'm playing against an historical figure right now, you know. He created Ghost Reverts. It definitely changed the game, you know. I know before Ghost Reverts, it was 180 reverts. Like everyone used to like basically do this, like, you know, just 180s, and you get like hardly any points. But that's what people have to do to get the extra points, just 180 Ghost Reverse. And then it became Ghost Reverse. I'm not sure when Ghost Reverse came out. Was it 2012? I think. I don't know. My time frame with this game is a bit up and down, but you know, like I said, I've played this game for 2010, but I've had a lot of breaks in between. Like I think I had a break from 2012 to 2013ish, and then I came back, and I think I had then I had a big break from 2015 to 2020, and that's when I came back and started making YouTube videos. I mean, technically between that like 5-year break, I was playing this game every now and then, but I wasn't back as much as I have been since 2020. But it's just like my comfort game. Like even though between that gap, like I would play this game casually, like every now and then it might come on like once or twice a month maybe, and play like 2 to 3 games, you know, of Spotbattle, you know, just casually. And that was like the kind of, because it's always been kind of a comfort game. So right now we're at the kink, and Tony got 3.6k. So this spot here is another one of those spots where you have to touch the area, which is this little center island here. Here the kink. So like right now these guys are doing the right thing by grinding it first, and that is one of the things you should have to get points. I know people who get the world records and stuff, they start their go-to virtual, they pop in wherever, like instantly, you know. Well, I messed up there at the beginning there. Like, I just lost all my speed, did some very bad go-to verts, did not make it. Well, I meant to the island, but I lost all my speed, and I bailed. So, all I can get there was 180 points. I feel like this one is very sketchy to do. So I feel like the best thing to do is to grind at the beginning. So right now, his points not going to count because he didn't touch the, you know, didn't get into the grind or anything. So next up, we have Tony Marin. He's winning so far with 3.6k. Let's see if he can get better here. Oh, unlucky. Seems like the ghost reverts, like if they're a little bit, if you're just a fraction too late, you drop it. It's very hard. I know there's people way better than me though, ghost reverts. Like, I definitely do not have any close to the world records. I know some people are just absolutely insane at this game. Right, I'm going to try to be a bit more... Ah, damn it. Then I didn't ghost revert at the end there, like I did it wrong, but 3.8k, somehow I managed to just get over more points than Tony. So that was very close. So far I'm winning. Let's see if everyone can do better here. That's actually a technique that needs to remind me of a technique that I need to learn. There's that at the end of you do a ghost revert run, you do like a, is it called a ghost flip? I'm not even sure what it's called, like a ghost revert, like a revert flip or something at the end. Because it gives you an extra, like, I'm not sure how many extra points, like extra 1,000, extra 2,000 points. I'm not sure how it works. Like, I have no idea how even to learn how to do that. Because you get to get the right speed, that you go fast enough that you get points, but not fast enough, but like slow enough that you can still do the flip. I have no idea how people do it. But I definitely want to learn how to do that. But I feel like I have no time to learn any new tricks, especially with the next skate game around the corner. So right now I think we're just in like the cozy phase, you know, this game. Just enjoying it before the next skate game comes out. Because obviously that is the game that we're going to be playing probably a lot more. But I definitely will be coming back to this game every now and then, you know, just to reminisce and stuff, you know, to enjoy the controls and this baseline. Okay, that was my final turn, and I only got 3.8k. I feel like that's actually quite a bad score. I think this is another one of those spots that I think my best score isn't, my personal best isn't actually that great in the grand scheme of things. I think it's probably, again, like 8 or 9k around that ballpark. I know back in the day, one of the bragging things that people like was to be classed as 10k all around at least. I think now people are like 16, 17k all around, I think, you know. But 10k was definitely the kind of margin I would have wanted to reach. And I think I'm over 10k on most of the areas, but I think there's the odd one, like I think there's an odd, like, I don't know, 2 or 3 or so spots. I think I'm like 9k. So, and I don't know if I can get over 10k. But there you go. Now 5,000 points, and great. Always happy to get some boards. Here we are, another spot. This is actually one of my favorite spots, actually. I have a technique that I don't see many people do for vert, and it gets me a lot of points. Like, it can get me a pretty good score. And I feel like a lot of people who go flat, it can get, you know, a better score than like some people who go flat. Depending on how good they are flat, of course. I've definitely got over, like, I've got like a few, I'm not sure what score, but I think I've had like 20, I had 24k going into the bow, going this way. I don't know. I've definitely had over 21k, definitely over 21k. I think I got that recently. I think 22k maybe. I think 24k possible. But here we are at Hastings Battle. So I actually really like going vert on this one. So I go forward, but I know a lot of people go flat. So right now we have Tony Marin and see which way he goes. Oh, he's going into the bow. Yeah, so he's doing a similar technique, I think. Oh, he didn't make it over, but he's doing a similar technique to how you get over 20k in vert in this spot. But can he make it over this time? Yeah, there you go. So do you want to like drop in and then make the transfer over into this like kind of half fights kind of situation? So you can go back and forth and get loads of points. Especially like these guys who are good at getting a lot of air, get a lot of points in vert, getting over 3k drops. That is the technique to get over 20k. So 12k to beat. Let's see if I can get a little bit better. Right, I just need to get some good air, not fall off my board, not slow down. Get some good air, good pumping going. $19k. That's a good score. Like, you know, that's a really good score. 19.6k. But I really wanted to get over 20k to show that I can get over 20k. So hopefully in my next turn I'll get over 20k. I feel like I could have done a much better there. Got a little bit better air, some better points. But here we go. We have overrun. And he's going flat ground. Let's see if he can get over 20k going flat. I feel like he should be able to. And let's see if he gets what kind of score he gets and see if we can beat him to go invert. Oh, unlucky dude. Like I said, it is very late right now here in the UK. And I'm sure these guys are very tired. I know these guys can get way higher score than you guys have seen in this video. Oh wow, I think he just got a really good score then. 24.8k and he went flat. So, yeah, I don't know if I'm going to beat that going vert actually. I just want to get over 20k if I can, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to. But let's give it a go. Ah, I didn't get over. I'm doing the most weird run right now. Like, I don't think this is actually a good run to take. Oh, it got me 20k though! Wow! How did that way get me over 20k? That is not the way to go. But it somehow worked. I got 20.1k. I was not expecting to get over 20k there. That's crazy, man. But cool. There you go. Just to say, you can get over 20k if you go in the bow. I feel like I can get a little bit better, but 20k was the target, and we got it. But here we go. We have overrun, doing flat ground. Again, 24k. I don't know if I'm going to be able to beat that in the bow. Like, I think I can get close to that, but I don't know if I'm going to get close. Like, he's going with 25k, and I don't think it's possible. Maybe it is. Maybe someone out there can prove me wrong. But there we have it. Challenge complete. Overrun won that one with 24k. And I came second with 20k, and then you have Tony there with 12k. 2,500 board sales. This has been a lot of fun, but that's going to do it for today's video. Just a couple of games of ranked spot battle here with my friends, and it's been a lot of fun. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for sticking around, and if you want to see more, like I said, feel free to stick around, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.
Thank you for watching the video, and if you want to see more, feel free to stick around, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.